the threatening remarks. We were able to establish that. That's why inauthenticate po ng NBI yung video na kung saan nandoon yung utterances. The test of mens rea, Your Honor, what we did, we interpret the utterances objectively and in the light of the circumstances in which they were uttered, in the manner in which those utterances were spoken, the person to whom they were addressed, the utterances were addressed, the relationship between the parties, meaning the offender and the recipients, and then the reactions of the recipients, whether they treat the utterances serious or real. But again, I would agree with what Attorney Ligutan said. In fact, ang basis po namin dyan, yung Garma versus People. Ang isa ho doon sa sinabi ng Garma versus People, hindi ho kailangan na ma-intimidate o itrato ng recipient na seryoso yung threat na yan. Ang sufficient na maipakita lang na yun yung intensyon ng offender, na ma-intimidate at i-treat na seryoso yung utterances or threatening remarks na ginawa niya. Yun po yung naging basihan po namin, Your Honor.
I hope that satisfies Senator Judge Pia Cayetano.
It actually does, but if I still have time, I have a follow-up question for all. Do I? Well, anyway, everyone went over time, so since my bell hasn't rung.
No, you don't, but you can ask your final question, Madam.
Yeah, just a quick follow-up. Siguro sa witness na lang. You mentioned the word threat, no? So can you just elaborate on that? What to you would be the difference between a threat and sorry, I don't know if you uttered the word that I want to ask you now, no? But you referred to threat, of course. What would be the difference between a mere warning and a threat?
A mere warning and a threat, sir, ma'am.
At what point does a warning become a threat?
Well, Your Honor, if I'm going to based on our investigation, kung i-apply ko ho yung...
Hindi na.
Yung...
You don't have to. Just asking you your legal opinion. You're a lawyer. He may answer. Is it not correct, Mr. President?
I think...
if he knows.
Just in my own opinion, although... warning is... Maybe there is a... what we call an event-based condition. Pwedeng ganon na... Pag inulit mo itong gagawin ko sa'yo, pwede hong warning yon.
Di ba ganun yung threat?
Yung threat, Your Honor, pag ang threat is with a condition, pwede ho siyang mag-fall ng ganon. Pag sinabi ng threat is, pag ginawa mo ito ang gagawin ko sa'yo, papatayin kita, papatayin ko yung pamilya mo, papatayin ko yung ganyan. So para siyang nag-overlap, depende sa appreciation for us ng investigator, Your Honor. But insofar as the NBI Cybercrime Division is concerned, what we did is we established the elements of the grave threats based on the surrounding facts and circumstances, and then we conclude that indeed nag-violate ho ang ating Vice Presidente.
Okay.
Attorney Lutok, warning in Filipino is babala.
Yes, opo.
Threat in Filipino is banta.
Yes, opo.
Kaya di ba, babala, bawal magtapon ng basura dito. Warning.
Pwede po yun, sir.
Di ba, ang tanong ni Senator Pia, kailan nagiging banta yon?
Well, depende sa konteksto siguro, Your Honor. May warning din po kasi na I warned you. Sinasabi ko, pag inulit mo ito nang mangyayari sa'yo. May konteksto ho na ganon, Your Honor. Na somehow nag-overlap siya doon sa elements ng grave threats na conditional, na sinabi na pag ito ang nangyari, ito ang gagawin ko sa'yo. So, depende ho sa konteksto, Your Honor.
So depende sa konteksto, sa delivery, sa taas ng boses, gaano kagalit, may kapasidad,
Yes po.
maraming
Yes,
bagay.
yes po, Your Honor.
Senator Judge Pia?
Yeah, so in other words,
Your witness?
it depends on the circumstances surrounding the incident or at the time that
Yes,
the
yes, ma'am.
utterance was made.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so laging contextual. Okay, maraming salamat sa lahat. I just want to emphasize na, Mr. Presiding Officer, I posted my question to each of the counsels and the witness precisely so that tayo masabihan na may bias. Isa lang yung binibigyan natin ng opportunity to explain their side. I really genuinely just wanted to know what their appreciation of the definition of grave threats is. Thank you so much.
We thank the good Senator Judge for intervention. All of the comments are noted. Counsel for the respondent. Proceed with your cross when you're ready.
All right. I'll move on to a new point. Now, Article 4 of the Articles of Impeachment against VP Sara deals with 3 accusations. Number 1, contracting for the assassination. Number 2, making grave threats. And number 3, actively inciting sedition. So, on page 28 of your affidavit of investigation, which is page 40 of Annex G9 again, you recommended only 1 count of inciting to sedition and 3 counts of grave threats. You confirm this?
Yes, sir.
All right. And the 3 counts was for 3 counts of grave threats were for BBM, FL, and the former speaker.
Yes, sir.
My next question is very simple.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you include any charge relating to contracting for the assassination?
Relating to contracting for the assassination. No, sir. Yung charge
No.
namin
Okay.
is grave threats,
All right. That's enough.
inciting to sedition, and on that grave threat, doon ho pumasok yung appearances na may kinontrata ang Vice Presidente.
All right. So, pinagsama nyo na lahat. Even yung contracting assassin, sinama nyo na sa grave threats. According to you now.
You know ang basis ng
Alright.
grave threats namin.
All right. In fact, let's go to page 13 of the Affidavit of Investigations G9. We flashed it on the screen. There. It says 1 count of inciting to sedition and ano ba to? 3-1. So 3 na 1 count of grave threats. So
Typographical
ano
lang.
to? Typo na. Alright,
That's
typographical error na naman. Alright, so with all these mga infirmities, and you mentioned yesterday that your case is airtight, don't you think that these errors constituted violations of due process?
Your Honor, the existence of these typographical errors does not alter the fact that the video exists, does not alter the fact that the Vice President uttered those statements, does not alter the fact na ang NBI mayroong findings, at ang findings nila, the Vice President committed the crime of grave threats and inciting to sedition.
Okay. Now, inciting to sedition punishes someone who incites others to overthrow the government. Is that accurate?
Who incites others, who,
Alright.
who steers,
Now, it has been over 1.5 years since VP Sara's speech. My question is, has the government been overthrown following her speech?
Again, as I've said, as I've explained that, Your Honor, it is not necessary to be a
Your Honor, can we
seditious.
ask that the witness answers in a more
Witness,
responsive
kindly,
manner?
Attorney Letok, kindly answer the question directly so that the court's time is not wasted.
Again, question, sir?
Has the government been overthrown following VP Sara's speech?
Not
Yes or no?
necessary, sir.
Huh?
No.
No.
it-
Okay.
It's not necessary, sir.
Has any agency or department of the government been overthrown following her speech?
Not necessary, sir. No.
All right. Now, I am showing you a news article entitled Palace Dismisses Destab Rumors versus Marcos Admin. This was marked as our D-4-66. If I may ask my co-counsel to confront the witness
You
with
may
this.
do so with the participation, if it so desires, by assisting counsel for the prosecutors.
For the benefit of this honorable court as well as the people watching, we already also flashed that news article.
Okay.
So based on this article, you confirm that Claire Castro speaks on behalf of BBM.
I don't have personal knowledge
Don't
on
have personal
that event, sir.
All right, that's okay. But based on her statement in this news article or title, do you confirm that there has been no destabilization efforts against BBM?
Again, I don't have personal knowledge on that statement made by Attorney Claire Castro.
Okay, that's okay. I'm showing you another recent article, June 12, 2026. This has been marked, Your Honor, as our D-4-67. Can we confront the witness and show also the document on screen?
Your Honor, before the good counsel proceed, can I make a manifestation? Again, these documents have yet to be authenticated. So, for the record, it's like presenting these documents without proper basis and proper authentication, which I do believe should have been done before a witness is confronted with the documents.
Your
As
Honor.
per our, wait, I'm not yet done. As per our rules,
It's
Your Honor.
not an objection, counsel for the respondent. The remarks and comment of the counsel for prosecutors is noted. But counsel, for clarity, this is a pre-marked exhibit for the
Correct, Your
respondent.
Honor.
You may proceed, sir.
So again, based on this, just your basic reading of this, Cesaro Duterte, I won't grab Marcos's position. Is this news article consistent also with the previous article that no destabilization efforts are present against the government?
Again, I don't have personal knowledge, sir.
Can I make a counter manifestation, Your Honor? This is dated June 12, 2026, 2 years after the event. Manifestation, Your Honor, please. 2 years after the Vice President uttered the threats.
Noted. Counsel may proceed.
Okay, I want to talk about the discussion in your affidavit of investigation. Just, I want to go through it very quickly, but the affidavit of investigation is also marked as our D-1-145-A. You mentioned in your affidavit of investigation the case of Garma versus People, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you cited the doctrine of this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Were you the one who typed that portion in your revised affidavit of investigation?
Or I'm the one who typed.
Yes.
Being the chief, sir, inuutos ko yan sa
Alright.
executive officers.
But
as,
did you read the case in full?
Yes, I think, pero not thoroughly.
Not thoroughly.
Isang basahan lang.
Now, did you read? Was there a video recording involved in that case?
No.
All right. Did that case include a public official like the vice president?
No, sir.
In fact, it involved a group of 3 farmers, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go to the case of Reyes versus People. You also cited that page 29 of your affidavit of investigation. Did you read this case in full?
If I may check my affidavit,
Sure.
Your Honor.
The witness may do so.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Did you
Reyes
read
versus
this case in full?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read the facts of this case?
I think it's about yung threat against a person nung nasa parang Navy official and then sinundan siya hanggang sa bahay. May dalang mga placard. Yun yata yun, sir.
All right,
If I'm not
but did it
mistaken.
involve a video recording?
No, sir.
Did it involve an official like the vice president?
No, sir.
You cited Ruwaza versus People, page 29. Did you read this case in full?
Ruwaza. Saan yung Ruwaza? Yes, sir.
You read the case. Did it involve, again, a video recording?
No, sir.
Did it involve a public official like the vice president?
No, sir.
In fact, it involved tree cutting activities. Do you confirm that?
Based on the
Tree cutting. Okay, but at any rate, in paragraph 48 of your affidavit of investigation, and I'll flash that on the screen, after citing all these cases that you mentioned, you concluded, and I will read, further, the threat is intended by VP Duterte to create to the mind of President BBM, FL, former House Speaker, that regardless of the reason of death of VP Duterte, they will be killed by the person contracted by her. So in other words, you spoke about the mind of BBM, FL, and the former speaker, correct?
Your Honor, what we cited is the principle laid out by the Supreme Court and not the facts of those cases, Your Honor. And those principle is applicable in this case, Your Honor.
But that is based only on your own opinion, correct?
That is based on our investigation and the evidence that we've gathered, sir.
In fact, I have a different opinion than yours that I will show you.
Argumentative, Your Honor.
No. I'm
Argumentative.
Your Honor, I will introduce a new article.
Objection, argumentative. You don't argue with a witness. You ask question. If you're not satisfied with the answer, move on.
Then I will confront.
Attorney Gutan, kindly allow the counsel for the respondent to finish his question.
Thank you, Your Honor. The opinion is not mine. This is the opinion of the late Juan Ponce Enrile, who served under BBM as Chief Presidential Legal Counsel. This has been marked as our Exhibit D-4-64. Can you flash that article? Just the title, since we don't have time. This is Juan Ponce Enrile. I'll just read the title. No criminal charge could be made versus Sara Duterte over kill remark. So isn't this opinion inconsistent with your own?
I don't have personal knowledge on that, sir.
All right, no personal knowledge again. That's okay. I'll be winding up. But do you know the difference between a felony and a crime? There's a
felony
difference
and crime.
between the two, correct?
Yeah, tell me, sir.
No, I don't. I'm not on the witness stand, so you answer the question.
Mr. Witness, kindly respond to the question. The question is, do you know? So it's answerable by a yes or no.
I think felony, sir, is in the revised penal code, and a crime can be in the special law or
I agree with you.
sir.
I agree. So in other words, like homicide, for example, it is a felony because it is defined and punished under the RPC, correct?
Yes, sir.
Clear. Now, a crime is broader than a felony in that it pertains to acts or omission that are not punishable under the RPC but punishable under special laws, correct?
Yes, sir.
Like BP 22, for example, it's not within the RPC, but it's covered by special laws, correct?
Your Honor, respectfully, can I now object as to the relevance to an impeachment case, the distinction between felony and a crime?
Just laying the basis,
Counsel,
Your Honor, I'll go
counsel,
to that.
He's on cross. I will give you some leeway, but kindly get your point, counsel.
All right. Now,
Please.
but do you confirm that there are felonies, there are crimes, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, there are other high crimes, which is another category than felony or crime, correct?
Yes, sir.
And according to Article 4 of this Articles of Impeachment, there was high crimes that was charged against VP Sara, correct?
Yes, sir.
In other words, it is a different category than felony or crime, correct?
What do you mean by
High crimes, it's a different category than felony or crimes.
Well, there are may mga high crimes po, sir, na nasa revised penal code din, sir.
Can you give us an example?
Your Honor, is that a question, Your Honor, please?
If he knows, counsel.
If you know.
If he knows.
It's like a classroom recitation, Your Honor.
Attorney Lotok, you are very well aware of the fact that you are here as a witness in an impeachment proceeding, and that the crime you investigated is being used to charge the Vice President.
Yes,
and
sir.
as a lawyer, you also are aware of Article 11 of the Constitution with respect to accountability of public officers. So, if you know, you may answer. If you don't, you may say that you're not competent or that you do not know. So please respond.
Since kasi ho kayo nagbabasa, wala akong binabasa, nagre-rely ako sa memory. See, I cannot answer for now, Your Honor. I need to recheck the.
It does not
the
reflect
book.
on your competence or knowledge of the law, Attorney Lotok. It's okay. You were not asked to prepare for this anyway. Again,
Thank you, Your Honor.
These are questions on cross, so we're giving the counsel for respondents some leeway. Counsel, please proceed.
All right, my next question is very simple. Is grave threats a felony?
Grave threats, that's under the revised penal code? Yes, sir.
Exactly. So, it is a felony because it is defined and punished by the RTC, and it is punishable by arresto mayor, or 1 month and 1 day to 6 months of imprisonment, correct?
Your Honor, again, objection. What's the relevance?
Your
as
Honor,
to the, wait,
your-
Counsel, let me finish, please.
Allow him to finish,
easy.
Counsel.
Now,
Yes.
as to what is the penalty for grave threat? That's irrelevant. As to the impeachment complaint that we are litigating, Your Honor, on the ground of relevance, unless the counsel is able to prove the relevance, I will withdraw my objection, Your Honor, please.
This is
Show
to
the
comment.
connection, Counsel. Again, you're on a short leash, but I know where you're getting at. Get to it, please.
All right. In other words, grave threats is under the jurisdiction of the MTC or RTC, as the case may be, correct?
Grave threats?
Yes.
Yeah, yung pag grave threats lang, sir.
All right. It is even bailable, correct?
Pag grave threats lang, sir. Pero pag in relation to Section 6 of Republic Act 10175, that's 1 degree higher, sir.
Yeah, but does it change in jurisdiction or still with MTC or RTC?
Ano na ba yun, sir? Prison correction. Ano yun, sabi mo, sir? Ano yung prison correction na?
Arresto mayor.
Arresto mayor. Ang sunod na mas mataas po niyan is
Prison correctional.
prison
6
correctional.
months to 6 years.
Yeah.
All right. So, but either way, it's still under
siya
the
sa RTC, sir.
it's still under the trial courts. Correct.
Trial courts,
All right.
yeah.
My next question is very simple again. Is inciting to sedition a felony?
Under the revised penal code, yes, sir.
It's also under the jurisdiction of the trial courts, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's even bailable, correct?
Yes, sir.
So both grave threats and inciting to seditions are felonies, correct?
Yes, sir.
In other words, they are not impeachable offenses, if you know.
Well, if you mean by impeachable offenses, whether or not magka-qualify ba siya as betrayal of public trust, it's the appreciation of the judges. Your Honor, wala ho sa amin.
Appreciation of the judges, by that you mean the trial court judges, not the senator.
No, since
judges,
impeachment to, yung impeachment court po.
Yeah, but there's a possibility that if it's in conflict with the trial court judge's decision, then we have a problem.
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
I will withdraw that.
Sustained.
Ang tanong niyo, hindi na.
Okay.
All right. Grave threats and inciting to sedition, you said that it is not high crimes, it is a felony.
Objection. The witness didn't say that. Misleading.
Misleading. Sustained. Kindly reform, Counsel.
I'll just move on to a new point, Your Honor.
Counsel may proceed. Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo is recognized for his intervention. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Judge. Napag-usapan rin lang itong inciting to sedition. Nag-file ka ng kasong inciting to sedition against BP Sara based on dun sa utterances niya yung sa online press con, plus meron pa bang iba?
Yes po, Your Honor. Yung basis ho namin, una, yung utterances in October 18, 2024. And then kinumpara ho namin siya sa utterances in November 23.
Right. So,
2024.
meron bang elements of sedition doon sa mga utterances niyo?
Ang elements na ini-establish po namin, which is under the law, is whether or not the speeches would tend to steer the people against the government.
So how would you know kung mag-steer yun ng uprising o magkukumbinsi sa mga tao na mag-alsamasa base doon sa utterances ng BP Sara?
Yes, Your
How
Honor.
did you know?
Pangalawa, if I may explain, sir. Pangalawa po, yung if the speeches would tend to disturb the peace of the community, and if the speeches would tend to undermine public safety and public
So how would you know if it will tend to disturb or undermine the peace
Yes,
and
Your
order
Honor.
of the community? Paano mo malalaman?
The fact ho
Based
na,
doon sa utterances niya.
the fact ho na nag-issue ng statement yung mga government agencies tasked to protect national security, at ang sabi ho nila, that's an active threat, that's an issue of national security. So definitely na-disturb ho yung ating
How?
Well, nag-alala ho ang nasa gobyerno. Kami ho, per se, yung sabi ko kanina,
Nag-alala kayo o nag-alala yung taong bayan? Kasi iba yung nag-aalala kayo nasa gobyerno, kayo nag-imbestiga, versus nag-aalala yung nakarinig at yung mga at that time ay nagsusubaybay doon sa mga
Yes po.
sinasabi ng BP.
Nag-alala po ang taong bayan, definitely.
How?
Well, marami ho kaming nakita sa news, sa comments ng social media.
Comments. So that means you factored in yung comments and reactions sa social media doon sa ginawa niyang press conference, doon sa mga utterances niya, kung ano yung reaksyon ng mga netizens na nakapanood.
Yes po, Your Honor.
At ano naman yung mga sinabi doon?
Well, yun nga, yung iba nag-worry, ano na ba yung mangyayari sa bansa natin, bakit magulo yung mga nasa taas. Yung iba nagsasabi, ano ba ito, saan ba ito patungo?
So hindi pa rin seditious yun. Nag-worry lang sila saan patungo. Ang seditious is, tama ka dyan, BP Sara, go tayo, gawin natin yan, nasa likod nyo kami. Yun yung sedition.
Meron nung gano'n na comment din po, Your Honor.
Meron.
Meron po. In fact, doon
Ano yung comment na yun? Kung meron.
Yung supporter po ng
Ano ang sinabi?
na yun nga, yung sa people power, yung sa nasa likod mo kami, kung ano yung
Nasa likod mo kami, people power, nabanggit yun sa comment section.
sa ano, Your Honor, sa during interview with the Vice President doon sa November 23, 2024.
So meaning, binase mo, isa dun sa mga reasons kung bakit ka nagpa ng kasong sedition, BP Sara base sa kanyang utterances, dahil finactor in mo yung mga comments ng mga nakapanood.
Yes, sir.
Yung sinasabi mo supporters.
Opo. Yes, sir.
Okay, kasi pag sinabi ng mga nagko-comments, nag-worry kami, I don't think nandun yung elements of sedition. Maliban na pag sinabi na nasa likod mo kami, let's do it, go.
Well, Your Honor,
Gagawin namin kung anong gusto mong gawin, things to that effect.
opo.
Was there?
Meron na kami
comments like those?
meron na kami nakita sa mga Facebook comments, although hindi siya nasama,
Na?
na hindi siya nasama dito sa investigation.
At ano nga ulit, halimbawa?
Yung mga Facebook comments, Your Honor, na nagsasabi, lusubin na natin ang Malacanang, tapos may ganun na sign.
Lusubin na natin ang Malacanang.
Yun yung comments sa Facebook, yung mga nagko-comment.
At meron kang ebidensya tungkol dyan. Hindi mo to katang-isip lang.
Kung babalikan ko po, yun nga po ang sabi ko during those
Okay.
times, siyempre nagbabrowse kami.
Okay.
Nga lamang, hindi namin naisama sa authentication. Your Honor.
No further question, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Raffy Tulfo. The Senate President is recognized. He has 2 minutes as well.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. On the same topic on inciting to sedition, Attorney Lotak, meron ba kayong nakausap na mga tao na naniwala doon sa sinasabi ni Vice President Sara on inciting to sedition? Nakita ko kasi doon sa grave threats, marami kayong in the interview. Pero in this particular case, meron ba kayong at least man lang nakausap ng mga tao, inimbestiga further kung talagang merong epekto yung kanyang mga sinabi?
So far as the Cybercrime Division is concerned, Your Honor, hindi kami nakapag-focus dyan. Siguro ang pwede makasagot niyan, Your Honor, yung intelligence service po namin dyan sa issue po na yan. Hindi kami nakapag-focus dyan to conduct investigation on
Isa
people's
para sa akin
comments.
kasi sa kabilang banda pwede ka magsalita pero sa kabilang banda may naniniwala ba sa'yo? So ang gusto kong malaman kung meron kayong nakausap na mga grupo o mga anyone o naimbestigahan nyo naniniwala talaga doon sa kanyang pinagsasabi.
I think ang makakasagot po niyan yung the intelligence service, yung director po namin, sir.
Okay.
Sa kanya po yung pool ng information ng.
And then I believe na doon sa mga sinabi niya, nangyari rin ito doon sa 2-hour video, tama po ba?
Yes, sir. Opo.
Pinatawag nyo rin itong may mga pinatawag kayong media personalities. Tinanong nyo ba sa kanila kung meron sa kanilang naniwala na itong mga sinabi ni